The opposition in the Democratic Republic of Congo has expressed disappointment with SADC chairperson Cyril Ramaphosa for taking what they say is a partisan stance in that country's political impasse. Ramaphosa, the South African president, was in the DRC on Friday to mediate the political impasse ahead of the December 23rd elections. The regional heads of state boss met with outgoing DRC President Joseph Kabila, whom he praised for his respect for the constitution. However, the opposition believe Ramaphosa should have consulted with all interested parties in the electoral process before arriving at his conclusion. Some candidates are set to be disqualified from the DRC's presidential race, while main opposition leader Moise Katumbi has been barred from filing his nomination. Well, joining us in studio now is Mr. Dieudonne Luano. He's a political and security analyst on the Great Lakes region. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. Just a correction, I'm an independent analyst.
Okay, not a problem.
Thank you.
Independent analyst. Thank you very much, sir. So what do you make of the significance of Mr. Ramaphosa's visit to the region and his subsequent declarations?
Yes, I think the visit of President Ramaphosa to the DRC has three messages. And I think the first one is the chairperson of SADC. It is just to alert the fact that SADC is very much involved. SADC is following, looking closely to the political evolution in the Congo. The second one is the President of South Africa. As we know, the Congolese constitution was born in South Africa, in particular in Sun City. And over the years, South Africa has been beyond the strengthening of the democratic institution in the Congo. And as a model of democracy in the region, it is important that it is crucial time that President Ramaphosa is there. And lastly, and not the least, and we know that President Thabo Mbeki was very much involved, and President Zuma as well. And what President Ramaphosa is doing is basically continuing the same process to help the DRC to strengthen its.
Now, we know that opposition parties in the DRC have crowd file, over Mr. Ramaphosa's failure to meet them.
Yes.
Do you feel that perhaps their concerns are genuine, or given that it was a fly-by-night sort of meeting, he probably didn't have much time?
I think looking at a number of Congolese media, President Ramaphosa met with the presidential group candidate, which is Mr. Emmanuel Ramazani, on the request by President Kabila. And having not met with other opposition candidates, yes, they felt that President Ramaphosa has sided with the camp of President Kabila. So in that context, we can say yes, they felt that it was the concern are genuine. Yes.
What's happening with the situation of the presidential hopeful, Mr. Moise Katumbi? He was not allowed into his own country to file his nomination, for presidency. Is there any hope that he's going to be able to break through that one? Can he go through the courts?
I think he can go through the court. And I think the question or the challenge here is the objectivity of the court. And I think being barred to enter his own country, our objective the court will be, this will be the biggest challenge. And considering the fact that before he entered the country, there have been an arrest warrant on him while he was appealing on a certain matter he's been accused for. Then the Attorney General issued an arrest warrant. Now, our objective will the court be, this is something to watch. However, we are confident that the Congolese court can objectively deal with that matter if there is no political interference they can deal with that matter.
And very quickly, because we're running out of time, Mr. Jean-Pierre Bemba, he is a nominee. Is there a chance, because Mr. Katumbi has been left out on the margins, that they could form a coalition later, if he's ever allowed to go in the country?
I think the issue of coalition is not only about Mr. Katumbi and Mr. Bemba. And I think the opposition, they are looking at the coming election as an opportunity for them to unify around one candidate so that they do avoid a splintered vote and win those elections. So it is about all the opponents like Felix Tshisekedi, Kamere, Mr. Bemba, Katumbi himself, yes. So they are looking at a kind of a unified front to win those elections around one candidate, yes. Okay, so well, we have more to talk about, but not enough time. But thank you very much for your time. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
That was Monsieur Dieudonne. He's an independent analyst speaking on the DRC.